Yo, yo, what's up, faithful ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? We got breaking news, literally breaking news. George Kittle for Eric Branch. I'm going to go live on Instagram as well here, see what they want to do. But how's it going? We have breaking news. 49ers tight end George Kittle, according to Eric Branch, is not expected to play on Sunday against the Bears because of the groin injury he suffered on Monday's practice. This has kind of been a story we've been keeping an eye on all week. He was questionable, but Eric Branch has says that he's not going to play on Sunday. So this is kind of a big deal. You know, he's one of our best players on the offense. He's one of our captains. He's a leader, and he's big for the blocking. So this is going to really impact how the Niners are going to attack the game. They're going to have to really get intricate with their designs, right? With not having Kittle there. Charlie Warner, you'd expect to kind of have to block more. Ross Dwelly is going to have to step up, and then Tyler Kroft. So they didn't elevate Fumagalli to the squad today. They did elevate safety Tashawn Gibson and wide receiver Malik Turner. I think Malik Turner is a big-time player in the special teams department. And Tashawn Gibson, if Odom and Charvarius Ward struggle, then you know you can have Tashawn Gibson, a veteran, come in and play on the opposite side of Hufanga. So a little bit of an injury issue. George Kittle not playing. I think it's the safe thing to do. I know a lot of people are upset. You know, they're mad a little bit, but George Kittle, you don't want him to get a bigger injury. You know, he did get better through the week, is basically saying that, you know, he was feeling better all week and he wanted to try to, you know, make sure he could play on Sunday. But unfortunately, you know, he's not going to be able to go. So, hey, big news. But at the end of the day, the team has a very strong depth. And I think that's going to help them win this game. But it's not going to be easy. And I think this is a big loss. And hopefully this doesn't become a bigger issue. So what's up? How's everybody doing in the comments? Let's go. Sad Niner fans is definitely unfortunate Kittle won't play, but it's next man up, 100% next man up. Skyflow Gaming, what's up? Eric, what's good? Skyflow says game day tomorrow. Eddie says we will be fine. Rather have him heal up. Exactly my thoughts. Senior Hyphy says, what's going on? What's up, man? We got a game tomorrow, baby. Won't need Kittle to destroy the Bears, says Maxim. Refugio says, old news. This is actually literally breaking news that just happened right now, so it's not old. In Dwelly we trust, says Eric. Yes, sir. Getting used to not having him in the lineup, says Ramon. Christy Porter says, love Kittle, but we'll be all right. You know the vibes. What's up? How's everybody doing, man? I'm wearing my George Kittle jersey tomorrow anyway, says Debbie. You know, is that a Rip Curl shirt? Yes, this is a Rip Curl shirt, baby. You know the vibes. But, yeah, do you guys think that this is, you know, bad for the team going in tomorrow? Honestly, again, at the end of the day, it is tough to lose your key players, especially early in the season, because you want to get that camaraderie, that chemistry. But at the end of the day, it's better to lose a player early than later. You know, if you were in a big stretch run and a big playoff run, you don't want to lose a guy like Kittle later. And again, it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's be precautionary and hold him out so he doesn't get a bigger injury. So, yeah, I think we'll be okay with him. I think we'll be okay. Mookie says he's already starting injured. He won't be heading through the season. Trade Kittle, you know, and see, this is what's going to happen. The fans are going to get a little upset. The rumblings are started. I think people want to trade George Kittle. You know, I feel like fans want to trade him. I don't think so. He's so important to this team. I know people are upset because of the injuries, but he's so important to this team. You take him away, the run game suffers immensely. Like, I don't think people realize how important he is to the run game. I love Kittle. I know he misses some games. Everybody misses games, and he plays at a very physical style. You know, he's a massive blocker. He's physical. He's like Gronkowski, and Gronkowski missed a lot of games in his career. You know, it's unfortunate, but Rob Gronkowski missed a lot of games because he was very physical, and that's how Kittle is. But they're both worth everything that they get paid because of how much they mean to the team. We got some more breaking news, not for the 49ers, but Colts Pro Bowl guard Quentin Nelson signing a $80 million extension tonight. Oh, my God. They just gave Quentin Nelson the bag. Yo, shout out to Big Q. This guy is a phenomenal offensive lineman. Probably the best guard in the NFL. Yo, $80 million bag, man. Shout out. Woo. Congrats to Quentin Nelson, man. Congrats to him. Look at that. We just got 2 breaking stories in a row. Wow. That is crazy. One of the best players in the NFL. Shout out to Quentin Nelson. This man deserved every penny. What's up, Raphael? You know what? Let's talk about tomorrow's game now that we're here. Now that we know George Kittle's probably, he's expected not to play per Eric Branch. It's going to change it, but it doesn't change who we focus on tomorrow, right? There's a couple players that we have to keep an eye on, and that's Justin Fields, Trey Lance. That's the marquee matchup. That is the biggest matchup of the game. Obviously, they're not playing against each other, but they're 2 rookie quarterbacks. Well, not rookie quarterbacks, but 2 young quarterbacks. Sorry, not rookie. 2 rookie quarterbacks last year that were taken in that draft. And, they were both guys that the Niners were looking at, and the Niner fans wanted Fields. We wanted Trey Lance. The Bears were looking at quarterbacks. And now they go toe-to-toe. And they're friends, off the field. These are 2 guys that have a lot of pressure on their shoulder, 2 young quarterbacks. And everybody's going to sit here and break this matchup down, and everybody's going to look at this and really take a lot of stock into this game. If Justin Fields has a good game, people are going to be like, oh, see, Fields is ahead of Lance. If Lance struggles, people are going to say Fields should have been drafted over Trey Lance. And if Trey Lance has a good game tomorrow, that's going to really help him in the media. The media is going to go crazy with this game no matter what happens. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, 2 guys that are absolutely, going to be connected for the rest of their career. Unfortunately, in a good way and a bad way, depending on how you look at it. They're always going to be connected because they were 2 quarterbacks that the whole fan base of the 49ers were looking at through the draft. I remember last year, Fields at 3, Fields at 3, Fields at 3. And then there was the Trey Lance truthers. And then the people that, wanted Mac Jones. It was crazy. But they finally get to go toe-to-toe and see which team can win. I hope Trey Lance gets the dub. Last year, Justin Fields played against the Niners, and he had a pretty good game. I mean, he was elusive. He had Armstead and Fred Warner on skates. It was a fun game last year. It was kind of a turning point game last year for the Niners. You remember Deebo Samuel gets that little screen play. He takes it about 83 yards, and that was the turning point of the game, turning point of the season. The Niners win that Bears game, and it really kind of shifted the tide, and I think everything started to change for them. So this is a big game. Trey Lance's first game as QB1 of the 49ers. Like, this is his moment to shine. Trey Lance season gets underway. And Justin Fields, he's coming out there with the chip on his shoulder. He's got a lot to prove himself. He got a whole new offensive set. He's got a new coach out there. Nagy was really holding him back. So this is going to be fun to see who can really be the better quarterback. And I think it's going to come down to whoever makes the least mistakes. Whoever makes the less mistakes tomorrow probably is going to be on the winning team. They're both young quarterbacks. You expect them to maybe make a mistake here and there. It's also a rainy game. And when the rainy weather kind of takes over a game and then the defenses play very tough, that's a style you're looking at and you're like, oh, man, that doesn't bode well for these younger quarterbacks sometimes. So there might be some turnovers, and I think whoever capitalizes on those turnovers is going to win. The Niners hopefully are going to be opportunistic. They've been really tenacious and aggressive the whole offseason, through training camp and preseason. I feel like this defense is going to be a turnover machine. They're going to be causing a lot of havoc. I feel like they're going to get some picks, force a lot of fumbles. Fred Warner and those peanut punches are going to come full handy. So I'm expecting some turnovers for Justin Fields tomorrow. We got my man Robert says, Mooney on Mooney, baby. Yeah. Paranoid Jay says, the Mooney debut. I can't wait for Charvarius Mooney Ward. Woo! This is the guy I'm excited so much for. Like, we know how much we love Charvarius Ward in the offseason. He was a lockdown corner all training camp, and everybody's been hyped up on this guy. And, they signed him for a big contract, and we've always wanted a prime cornerback. This guy's entering the prime of his career, big money. And I think with the front 7 that the Niners have, Charvarius Mooney Ward could have a phenomenal Pro Bowl type season. I'm excited for this. Mooney on Mooney. I'm hyped. I hope Charvarius comes out there and just balls out, man. I like the signing. This was my favorite offseason signing of the whole year. This was one of my favorite moves in a while, man. I've been screaming for a cornerback, and they went out and they spent money on a guy. And I think Charvarius could have a good season with this team. I remember talking to him in training camp, and he just says, hey, they don't even know yet, man. He goes, it's lockdown season. And you could tell he's confident, and he's coming into the season with a lot to prove. A lot of people says he got overpaid. He wasn't worth the money, But I'm telling you, man, this guy looks like he's going to be a phenomenal cornerback for the 49ers. And I know he's got a lot to prove, but I'm excited for Charvarius Ward. That's a guy you have to look out for on the Niners defense, covering Darnell Mooney on the Bears. They're #1 wide receiver. So it's going to be a fun game. Run game is going to be important. We got to look at Elijah Mitchell, year 2 for the dog, man. This guy, running back 1, he missed 6 games last year, and he sets the 49ers rookie season record, rookie rushing record in his rookie season. He missed 6 games, and he did it. He was just shy of 1,000 yards. I think this year he could get 1,000 yards. Hopefully he stays healthy. I love my boy Elijah Mitchell, man. This year, I think he's going to be the X factor tomorrow's game. I think he is going to be the key. They're going to run it behind Trent, run behind Trent, run behind Trent, and run behind Trent some more. And you're going to get a heaping dose of Elijah Mitchell, and that's going to open it up, play action, and all the RPOs and all the other fun stuff that they could do with Debo, with Trey Lance and stuff. So Elijah Mitchell's my key. I think he's going to be the key to this game. I think he's going to get at least a touchdown, maybe 100 yards. And then you got Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, the Yak Bros. I know they don't have Kittle, but those two guys are going to step up and elevate their game. Debo is going to get his touches. They're going to figure out ways to get him the ball. He might be running. He might be catching the ball. He might be throwing. You don't know what Debo. He could do it all. Shit, you could probably put Debo at tight end at all I care. Debo's the man. And then you got Brandon Ayuk. Him and Trey Lance have such a good relationship. We know that the chemistry is unbelievable. It's through the roof. They were out there cooking s'mores together this offseason. Trey Lance called him his little milk dud, and now the little milk dud gets to go out there and have a breakout season with Trey Lance. And I'm excited for this. I think Brandon Ayuk is going to have a great game because you don't have Kittle. Somebody's got to step up, and that's Brandon Ayuk, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go. And people that say trade George Kittle, that's crazy talk. They are not going to trade their captain, their leader. He's going to miss 1 game, maybe 2. But let's hope he stays healthy. I can't believe people want to trade him. People turn their backs left and right. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's get some questions. Let's get some comments here. Mosley Petty. Oh, I can't even believe I haven't even talked about my man Manny Mosley. Emmanuel Mosley, contract season. You know, he's gonna ball. Like, this secondary is going to be so fun. We talked about Mooney Ward, and now they got Emmanuel Mosley. Emmanuel Mosley and Mooney Ward together. Woo! Let's go. Lockdown corners. They just gotta stay healthy. Emmanuel Mosley has to stay healthy. Like, this is a guy that's always been hampered by these hamstring injuries, but he has so much potential. So much potential. If he can stay healthy, man, this guy's going to be money in the bank. And I think he wants to prove it this year and get a big-time contract. So, hey, he wants to get the money. He's going to go out there and ball. So, Manny Mosley, Charvarius Ward, and my rookie that I think is going to stand out tomorrow, my man Sam Womack, baby. Yo, this kid Sam Womack, he stood out all training camp. I mean, you could see the development. Preseason, he was a warrior. Sam Womack got that nickel corner spot. I think he's going to have a bigger game tomorrow. I'm excited for the man, Sam Womack. I'm excited. This kid, a 5th-round pick. He looks like a gem. Obviously, he's got to go out there and play it and prove it. But he has all the writings of a very good player written all over him. And I hope he continues where he left off in the preseason. He was a ball hawk, turnover machine, 2 interceptions, PBU, and a fumble recovery in the preseason. Man, this guy was dog-walking receivers. So I'm excited for this guy, Sam Womack. Then you got Drake Jackson. Like, how's he going to look, with this nice defensive line? Just so many weapons on that D-line. Danny Gray, the shiny deep threat. Is Trey Lance going to throw some deep passes? And if he does, is Danny Gray going to catch one of those 70-yard bombs? I'm excited, man. You got Ray McLeod. So many weapons. Unbelievable. You got some just – it's so exciting what this team can do. What this team can be capable of is going to be so much fun. Ah, man. I mean, I know the Bears got some good players. You got Roquan Smith, got Robert Quinn, so we got to look out for those 2 guys. They're going to try to pressure Trey Lance all night, and then I know the Niners are going to try to pressure Justin Fields. That's what you do to a young quarterback. Pressure. Make him uncomfortable. And I know the Bears are going to try to. I was listening to their head coach's press conference, and he says, how do you beat they asked him, how do you stop a young quarterback that you don't have film on? He goes, you pressure him. That's what we got to do. We said we got to bring the heat, bring the pressure. They're going to bring the blitzes to Trey Lance. And can he handle it? Hopefully if he's not getting protected. And that's the other key is the offensive line. Can the Niners O-line stand up stout and give him time to throw? And can Trey Lance step up in the pocket, make the passes, and figure out where he needs to do? This is a first game as QB1 for Trey. There's going to be some ups. There's going to be some downs. Let's hope there's more ups than downs. And I'm gonna just hope that Trey Lance goes out and goes crazy. The good thing is last year the Bears had one of the worst secondaries in the NFL. You know, they tried to improve it. They got some corners that are ready to step in. They and prove themselves this year. So if they have a repeat of last year's secondary, I think Trey Lance, this is a good solid game for him. If their secondary is as bad as it was last year, they were, like I said, one of the worst secondaries in the NFL, giving up some of the most yards to all quarterbacks. This could be a monumental opener for Trey Lance. If he can just pick apart these guys and play against a soft secondary. Again, I know they've improved and revamped it, but we got to see them play. And if they play as bad as they did last year in the secondary, Trey Lance might be throwing some crazy bombs. But again, it all starts with the run game, up front, up the middle, up the gut. You got to pound the rock, get those boys tired. You got to run. I think the Niners' key is running 30 times at least, pounding it with Elijah Mitchell, TDP, and Jordan Mason, and Jeff Wilson Jr., and letting Trey, be comfortable with that run game. Let the defense go to work, and hopefully you can lean on guys like Debo and Ayuk. And Kyle Juszczyk's going to have to step in. We didn't talk about him yet. With George Kittle out, Kyle Juszczyk's going to have to be a phenomenal blocker. He always is, but he's got to step it up a little bit more and do just a little bit more in that blocking department. It's going to be tough without Kittle, I'm not going to lie, because he does so much for this team that doesn't get seen on a box score. But the rain's tough. The rain's going to be, a factor. We'll see how it goes. Got to protect the ball. At the end of the day, they got to protect the ball. Hold that ball, baby, and don't fumble the ball, because that could be the make or break of a game. And special teams, again, is another aspect that hopefully the Niners win. Again, they called up to Sean Gibson and Wilson. Both of those guys could contribute to special teams. And we'll see. I think the Niners spent a very big focus this offseason on special teams. They brought in Ray McLeod, Oren Burks, George Odom, and Tavon Wilson. They have a lot of guys that can play special teams, and I think that's going to be a key for this team moving forward. Last year's special teams was bad, and it was funny and ironic that the special teams pretty much won them the game in Green Bay, and they realized, special teams needs to be an emphasis. You got to win at all three aspects of the game, not just offense, not just defense. You got to win special teams too. So they made an emphasis on revamping their whole special teams. So that's going to be a key for this game. I'm excited, man. I'm hyped up. Give me your score predictions. Sack the like button. Says Niner by nature. Whew. I'm excited for this game, man. Oh, drop your score prediction. I think it's going to be 23-13 Niners. Defensive slugfest with the running game as the key factor. I think the Niners go on the road and win 23-13 over the Chicago Bears. Trey Lance, hail to the victor. He's going to have 2 touchdowns, and I think he's going to have a nice, clean game. Hopefully no mistakes. That's all I want is Trey to win, have no mistakes, baby. Let's go. Be a low-scoring game in the rain. Can't forget about Huff. Yeah, Huff is going to have a big game tomorrow. He's going to step it up because Talanoa Hufanga is going to be your starting safety, and he's going to be the big-time starter because Jimmy Ward's not there. So, George Odom and Charvarius Ward, of course, they're going to be playing, and maybe Tashawn Gibson. But I think Talanoa Hufanga is going to take a step up in this game and really kind of play a little bit more vocal, because I know Jimmy Ward's not going to be there. So I think Hufanga's going to be that vocal guy in the safety department, and he really usually is. Jimmy Ward says you can hear Hufanga always calling plays, and he's a very vocal guy. So I think Hufanga's going to be a guy that steps up. You're great. You're right. So I don't know. I'm excited. Real Room Service Podcast says, I think Trey gets a rushing touchdown. Ooh, that would be fun. If Trey gets a little rushing touchdown, I think that's possible. Definitely something that we could see. He's had a few rushing touchdowns so far playing on the Niners, preseason. Even that Green Bay game last year, they threw him in on the goal line. He got that little rushing touchdown. So, oh, man, I'm excited for that. If Trey gets a rushing touchdown, we're gonna be hyped up. If he throws a touchdown, it's gonna be a hype. But of course, if Trey Lance gets a rushing touchdown, man, it's gonna be absolutely, it's gonna be crazy. Whatever Trey does tomorrow, I think everybody's gonna get hyped up when he has a good play. You know, all eyes on Trey Lance tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, fun, fun. Obviously, if he makes mistakes, he's gonna be under a bigger microscope, and people are gonna rip it up. But that's what I really hope, is that he doesn't have mistakes. Because if he does, it's gonna be the media just all over it. It's gonna be like flies, man, just coming around and attacking. They're gonna be like, oh, look at that mistake. Oh, look at that mistake. But hey, you know what? If he does make mistakes, it's going to be good to see how he bounces back from it, and how he learns from those mistakes. So it is what it is, man. The media is going to do their thing. Trey's a good, he's strong-minded. He's a smart young man, and he's a very humble young man. So hey, I'm all about it. I'm excited. I want to see how Trey Lance does against the Bears. That's the big story to me, is Trey Lance. So. My man UB Fury says the longest play of the game, Trey to Ayuk. Ooh, let's see if Trey to Ayuk gets the longest play. I think the longest play of the game is gonna be Trey to Gray. I think Trey's gonna hit Danny Gray on a deep shot. I have a feeling that we're gonna see Trey Lance just rip it up, and Danny Gray is gonna be wide open for a bomb, like a 70-yard bomb. That's my prediction. I think my boy. Nick Bosa also, he's in store for a monster game. Let's talk about Nick Bosa real quick. Nick Bosa is looking like he's just gonna go and go wild on this season, right? He's in the best shape of his career. He's in the prime of his career. He's kind of looking for a contract coming up this year. He's kind of in a contract year. I mean, obviously he's gonna get paid after the season. The man didn't have to rehab this offseason, so he put himself in just this physical peak shape, like absolutely crazy shape, and he's going up against a rookie tackle. Nick Bosa's going up a rookie tackle tomorrow, man. Pray for the Bears. Pray for Justin Fields. I think Nick Bosa gets at least 2 sacks tomorrow. Nick Bosa's going to have a masterclass type game, and it's going to be a clinic for Nick Bosa. In the rain, rookie tackle, a young quarterback, second-year quarterback in the league. Oh, man, Nick Bosa's going to go off. It's crazy. I can't wait. Let's go. Hit the like button. I'm excited. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm excited. Maybe we'll go live a little later tonight. I just want to come on, talk about the George Kittle news. Unfortunate. Again, Eric Branch reported that George Kittle is not expected to play tomorrow with the groin injury. We got Charlie Warner, we got Ross Dwelly, and we got Tyler Kroft. All 3 of those guys will have to step up. Charlie Warner will probably have to do a lot of blocking. And then you got Kyle Juszczyk, who's going to have to be a even bigger blocker on this team. So I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. I can't wait for football tomorrow. The Niners are back, baby. Bang, bang. Not a gang, baby. Oh, man, I'm excited for this game. Let's hope we start 1-0. So the next time I talk to you live, we are breaking down a win and not a live. Let's go. Bang, bang. Not a gang.